Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new edition of the Daily Debate. In tonight's show, we will be focusing on Egypt, which has really emerged as a top destination for foreign direct investment in Africa and around the globe as well. So we will be focusing on Egypt's foreign investments and also shedding more light on the multi-billion-dollar deal signed with the UAE regarding Ras Al Hikma North Coast development deal. We will be focusing on that tonight, but before we start that, let's check out a couple of the main stories making the news today. And we'll start off with Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry, who said on the ongoing Israeli war in Gaza, it makes it imperative on all peace-loving forces to work to restore and consolidate regional stability in the Middle East, especially after official references were made over the use of nuclear weapons against the Palestinian people. Foreign Ministry's official spokesman, Ambassador Ahmed Abu Zaid, said the top diplomat made these remarks as he delivered Egypt's statement before a high-level meeting of the Disarmament Conference in Geneva. The Egyptian paper reviewed rising security challenges facing the world today, deploring a stalemate of the Disarmament Conference over the past years that prevented it from performing its due role amid insistence by some countries on rejecting any real progress towards nuclear disarmament. The minister asserted Egypt's condemnation to all attacks targeting civilians, emphasizing on the necessity of an immediate halt to the Israeli aggression against the Palestinian people and an unhindered flow of aid into the Gaza Strip. And on the sidelines of his participation in the Disarmament Conference in Geneva, Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry on Monday met his Jordanian counterpart Ayman al-Safadi. The top two diplomats warned against the repercussions of a ground military operation in the Palestinian Rafah city, which will only lead to double the scale of a humanitarian catastrophe from which civilians suffer. They asserted on the importance of allowing humanitarian aid into the besieged strip and preventing the spread of ongoing conflict to the entire region, threatening its security and stability. Shoukry also expressed Egypt's concern over the deteriorating conditions in the West Bank, which witnesses intensified Israeli occupation military attacks since the eruption of the war in Gaza on October 7th. Separately, the top diplomat met with the UN Special Envoy to Syria, Geir Pedersen, saying that he appreciates the UN top official's keen interest to coordinate with Egypt regarding developments in the Syrian file. Shoukry affirmed that Egypt is also keen to hold continued coordination with members of the Arab Contact Group on Syria for the implementation of recommendations made up in the Oman and Cairo meetings with the aim of introducing comprehensive, drastic solutions to the Syrian crisis. These were a couple of the stories making the news today, but now turning our attention to tonight's topic. Let's check out this report regarding Egypt signing a multi-billion-dollar deal with the UAE, the Ras Al Hikma North Coast Development Plan. Let's check it out and we'll be right back. Egypt and Emirati investors signed on Friday a historic deal to build a multi-billion new state-of-the-art city of Ras Al Hikma as a new massive urban, business and tourism center in the country's north coast. The agreement was signed by Egypt's Minister of Housing, Asim Al-Ghazzar, and the UAE's Minister of Investment, Mohammed Al-Suwaidi, at the new administrative capital. The project west of Alexandria on the north coast will be implemented by the new Urban Communities Authority and the Abu Dhabi Development Holding Company, which is owned by the government of Abu Dhabi. At the signing ceremony, Prime Minister Madbouli said that the new project will pump $35 billion in foreign direct investment into the economy within 2 months, the largest such sum in FDI in the history of the country. The immediate FDI will help the country overcome its current hard currency crunch. Emirati investments throughout the implementation of the project, the largest of its kind in Egypt's history, are expected to reach a minimum of $150 billion. Ras Al Hikma will be built on an unprecedented area of over 40,600 fidans, encompass residential districts, prestigious international hotels, tourist resorts, expansive entertainment venues, and service facilities such as hospitals, schools, and universities. It will also feature administrative and service buildings, a free economic zone for information technology industries and logistics hubs, and a central business district that would attract global companies. Both parties have agreed to establish and develop an international airport south of the city. The Central Bank of Egypt will retain the transferred investments made in foreign currency and provide an equivalent amount in Egyptian pounds to the company, thus curbing the current foreign currency shortage in the economy. Medbouli said Egypt will directly receive $24 billion in 2 installments out of the total amount in an initial investment of $35 billion in the Ras Al Hikma project. The Prime Minister explained that Egypt will receive $15 billion within a week, followed by the remaining $20 billion within 2 months. Meanwhile, the UAE will waive its $11 billion in foreign deposits in the CBE. Egypt will also obtain 35% of the project's revenues, expecting the project to create millions of job opportunities during and after its implementation.